This is the plaintiff, Brian Sassano. He says the defendant, his ex-girlfriend, who he lived with, is holding some of his stuff hostage, and he needs the judge's help getting her to pay for the things she refuses to return. He was as nice as he could be to the defendant and her daughter, and has no idea why she's treating him this way. He's suing for $2,636.29, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Tammy Taylor. She says the plaintiff purchased the things while they were living together and never talked about who would get what if they split up, because they never thought they would split up. The plaintiff's just suing her because she broke up with him and doesn't want to be with him. Nothing more, nothing less. She's accused of holding on tight.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Brian Sassano, you are suing your former girlfriend, Tammy Taylor.
That is correct.
For $2,636.29 in items that you say are yours that she refuses to return after your breakup. What happened?
We dated for about a month and a half, 2 months.
How long ago?
We started dating end of February and went until the end of April.
Okay.
We met through a mutual friend.
Uh-huh.
Basically, we hit it off. We started dating, moved in.
Wait. Hit it off, started dating, moved in. You dated for a month and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. So where in that continuum was hit it off, started dating, moved in? Moved in is on what date?
It was like the first week of April.
You dated somebody a month and moved in together?
Yes.
It was less than that, wasn't it?
Yeah, he moved in with me about a week after we started dating.
You dated somebody a week and moved in with them?
Yes.
How'd that work out for you?
Not that.
Who are the people with you?
This is my boyfriend. We've been dating on and off for 2 years.
Who is the woman who's with you?
This is my daughter's mother, who...
Are you dating again?
We went back to start dating again.
How old are you?
25.
How old are you?
32.
Okay. You have children, right?
Yes.
So your little revolving door romance life, it's not as though it doesn't have an effect on somebody else. Because you moved this man in and you don't know if he's a pedophile, do you?
No, I've known him.
You've known him what? Did you ever run his criminal background check? Because you don't know him. I have money in my wallet that's been there longer than your relationship before you moved him into your house. Seriously, come on, I'm serious though. You can't just do that when you have children. How old are your children?
16, 14, and 8.
Okay, do you think maybe this has an effect on the 16, 14, and 8-year-old? What are they, girls or boys?
I have 2 boys, 1 girl.
Which is the girl?
My 14-year-old.
What do you think she thinks?
It's
not that it isn't important with all of them, but it's particularly important with that 14-year-old girl.
No, actually, she took it the hardest because she had a great relationship with Brian.
Well, of course, they knew each other all of 25 minutes. All right, what happened? So you move in together a nanosecond after you meet, and then what?
I went out and bought a new living room set because her couch was being held together by a 2x4.
Okay.
I was in the middle of a custody battle.
With her?
Yes.
Okay. Did he buy you a new living room set?
No, I have my own.
No. Okay, so go ahead.
And with the agreement of it, because I paid for the full thing, was when and if we broke up, that I was able to take it with me.
Okay, is that true?
No, it is not.
Because you know how people who are madly in love and moving in together always like write out some kind of agreement or have a verbal agreement about where stuff is going when they break up. If you thought you were, if you were a planner, you wouldn't have moved in. So you pay for an entire living room set. According to you, you have a verbal agreement that goes to you. According to you, nobody discussed that because you're not planning on breaking up. All right, so what happens? You move in, you buy a living room set, and what happens? And you buy numerous other stuff. You buy her son a futon.
Yes.
You buy her daughter a dresser. You bring in your own TV.
Correct.
Okay, these are things that you're suing for now. And then what happens after you move in?
Everything was going okay. Some things started changing.
What changed from your long-established pattern?
The attitude.
What? How?
Just always moody, always giving me an attitude. I'd work 10, 12-hour days and, you know, just it was always a problem when I came home. And then I started finding out things.
What was the problem? That you worked?
The hours that I worked. Basically, we both came to an agreement and said this isn't going to work out.
Whose idea was it? neither one of you liked each other, or it was your idea to break up?
It was my idea.
Okay. And do you acknowledge that or no?
Yep.
It was her idea. All right. So she breaks up with you, and it's how many weeks now?
About 5 weeks.
And you agree with that?
It was about 6 or 7.
Okay. And then what happens?
I leave. She tells me I have until Saturday to get all my belongings out. I go.
Okay. Now, who was paying the rent? Did you pay any rent?
Nope.
I didn't pay rent, but I contributed with other things in the house.
How did you contribute with other things?
Groceries, driving her around because she was out on disability, taking time off from work.
To do what? She was complaining that you were working too much, so taking time off from work to do what?
Take her to the doctor.
Okay, that's how you contributed?
No.
Was that the plan for you to continue to contribute that way, or were you supposed to pay rent at some point?
Whenever she asked for money for bills, I always gave.
You guys break up, and what happens? She says no to the living room set? You can't take it with you?
Well, it was in agreement. Everything had to be out by Saturday.
When you broke up, and it was like, okay, come back by Saturday and take all your stuff,
There was no discussion
okay,
in what
then
was
now
being
you come
taken.
back on Saturday, and you've got a rental truck, and what else?
It was a trailer along, and then I also rented a storage
U-Haul
unit.
and a storage bin. Okay.
Yes.
Which you had under whose name? Under her name. So you already have now run back to her because she's helping you to rent the places. Did you know he was living with her?
Yes.
Okay. And then come on up. When did you two get back together?
Well, I let him stay with me, not as a relationship basis, when he left there.
Okay.
I rented the storage unit and the trailer in my name because he lost his driver's license and didn't have ID.
Wow,
He
he's just
paid
on
for
top
it,
of
though.
things, isn't it? All right, so he paid for it and it's in your name. And then you go there to pick it up, and what happens? You went with the police?
Yes.
Why? Did you anticipate? You can go ahead and sit down. Did you anticipate there was going to be a problem?
Yes.
Why?
Just with the attitude and everything that transpired, where I was basically told if it wasn't all picked up by that day, that it was going to be in the dumpster.
Okay.
And I know there's 3 children in the house. I don't want any problems. I was
Okay.
going there just to take it, and
So you
that
call
was
the
end of it.
police. The police escort you. What happens when you get there?
Then they turn around and they say you can't take the living room set because it makes the household unfit for children to live in.
And then what happens? Did you talk to her about the living room set?
We didn't talk at all that day.
You didn't talk at all that day.
No.
So you took a bunch of stuff that day. What was the stuff you did take?
I took my other TV. I took maybe half of the pot and pan set, if that.
Why didn't you just take it all since you
Because
had
it
lots
wasn't
of
there.
space because you no longer are putting a living room set in
She
there?
had everything packed up in the corner of her apartment
Okay.
that I was allowed to take.
Right. No, but hold on. You brought a TV in.
Yes.
And it's an extra TV. Nobody needs 52 TVs. So the TV that you brought in, why didn't you take?
It wasn't there for me to take, and they said that they wouldn't go into her son's bedroom and take it out.
Okay. That TV was in your son's room?
Yes, it
that
was.
TV's a TV he brought in?
Yes, it was.
Why the heck didn't you let him take his TV?
I completely forgot about it, and the next day I even text messages saying that he can come pick up the TV, that I
now
apologized, and I
your
forgot.
right to the living room that he bought 5 weeks earlier was what?
Considering that he made me throw my couch away, my coffee table, my end tables away, and everything that I had. So now if he takes it all, I have to replace everything that I once had before. And the same with my daughter's dresser. He's the one that said, let's throw it away and buy her a new one. So he takes my daughter's dresser. She's left with no dresser.
Okay.
And I think that's unfair. And the same thing with my son's bed. My son had a bed, and my son just wanted 2 mattresses on the floor. He didn't want the frame. The frame was sitting in my hallway. And my son had made a comment saying that he would always wanted a futon. Brian went out and bought my son a futon as a gift. So now he wants that back.
Okay, and I understand that, but what do you know, is it your perception that the living room is a gift to you? Or is it your perception that, hey, he made me throw out my stuff, it was his call, and so it belongs to the apartment, and I'm keeping the apartment? What is your take on this?
I want it.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Why is it so dumb that she would let this guy move in after a week?
You know what that means? That means she is very provocative and she's letting her children, she's exposing them to this stuff. It's just wrong.
What's the stuff that she's exposing the children to?
I don't think it's very smart for her to let someone she doesn't even know to live with her.
Well, what's the danger here? What's the danger in doing that?
She doesn't even know this guy. She has no idea what he's going to do, what he's capable, how he'll treat her kids, or what kind of impression he's going to leave.
So it's stupid, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Stupid. Going inside the courtroom.
I would like it just to the fact that I would have nothing without it, and that I would have to purchase a whole new living room set.
Okay, what about this kitchen set? What's going on with that?
He bought a $200 kitchen set. He has 95% of it. There was maybe 4 or 5 things I did forget to pack and put in it. I have it with me here today.
Wait,
to
in your
hand
purse?
to- It's in my car.
Okay, now let's talk about, with the dress and the futon we talked about, the TV we talked about, the trailer rental and the storage. You guys actually don't even discuss the living room.
Yes, we did.
After the breakup, you discussed the living room?
Yes, we did.
Well, hold on, but before he arrives with the cops?
Yep.
Okay, tell me about that.
The time I told him that he moved out on Tuesday, I gave him till Saturday to come get his stuff. He says, I'm coming with all of my stuff, including the living room set. I said, no, you are not. You can take all of your stuff, but you are not taking the living room set. And those are my exact words. And I do have proof. I have the text messages saved in my phone.
Let me see that. I want to see that.
These are all the text messages since we broke up.
She just scrolls up and down.
Yep.
We'll be there after work to get my stuff and my couches. Me, couches stay, try again. Him, bought them, not you. I have the receipt. You, then I want all the blank I bought. I have those receipts. What are you talking about?
I spent over $300 in Babies R Us for his daughter to have supplies, a car seat, a stroller, everything for her to have at my house.
And he took that?
Yep.
What blank? I always paid. You are such a liar. Liars are L-I-A-R. I paid out just as much as you. Oh, how about all the rent and bills and food and the Babies R Us and the dinners and Easter? You didn't. We are even. I am not playing these games with you. I will be there tomorrow after work to get all my stuff. Go ahead. I want the rent money you owe and half the utility money, and then that equals that. Okay. Here's a problem, my friends. Okay? What is your response to her response, which is, what are you kidding? I paid the rent, I paid the utilities. We both paid stuff. How are you going to separate the pots and pans of our lives, Judge, in that time? I mean, you guys make stupid, rash decisions, and then you want somebody else with, like, scientific precision to cut out exactly who had the salad and who had the soda and figure out who owes who exactly what. Because no matter what you say she owes you, she says, but I paid this. Then you say, but I paid that. Then you say, but I paid this. Do you really think that we are equipped to do that? We neither have the interest in going through that, nor are we equipped to do that, okay? Rent at your place is how much?
$990 a month.
All right, and he's there 6 or 7 weeks, almost 2 months in rent that he didn't pay, plus the utilities, okay? And you have $1,700, but you made her get rid of the other set, and now she has no set. Because you made her get rid of the other set. There's a value in that. There's a value that you didn't pay and how much rent you had to pay. Here's what's gonna happen. The living room set, you're even. The kitchen set, part of it you're going to get outside. The part she says is still there, and you have the other part. The dresser and the futon are gifts to her children. I am not going to make her children give them back to you and sleep on nothing. The TV is yours. We're going to make arrangements for a third party to pick up the TV because I don't want to put you guys in contact with each other, okay? And the trailer rental and storage rental, it could not be clearer that there was going to be a debate about that. If you went out and did that in anticipation that the police would go your way on it, that turns out to have been a bad gamble on your part.
According to Stafford Police, they said that as long as I had proof of everything.
And that didn't work out for you, did it? And she's laying a claim to it, and who just won in court on it? I understand that this is a brand new living room set. I understand that you just bought it. Who made you do that? Who made you do that?
The other
Who
living
made you
rooms.
be big man on campus with a woman you knew for 2 weeks and say, oh, this stuff isn't good enough. It's held up together with a 2x4. Apparently that was good enough for her. But no, all this stuff goes. I'm buying new stuff for everybody. Drinks all around on me. Oh, wait, we broke up. All right, no, wait, everybody pay me for the drinks. I'm not celebrating anymore. No, that's not how it works, okay? It's not how it works, particularly when you didn't pay rent. If you paid rent, it'd be different. But when you don't pay any of the expenses there and you say, but I paid for groceries. No, that's not how it's going to work. This is a very uneven business. I call it even. Return the TV to him. Return the rest of his belongings that are there. Okay? That's my verdict. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
All right, let's see what he thinks about his decisions now that the verdict is in. What's your feeling?
I think it's a little harsh, honestly. I paid for everything every time we went anywhere. I had to take time off of work and stuff to make sure that she got back and forth to the doctor when she was out on disability. But,
We heard about all that.
you know, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. So you're ready to man up and say, okay, I made a bad decision, and
Yeah.
I'll take my loss.
No, I did make a bad decision, but like I said, it is what it is.
And what's your reaction to this whole story? Does this cause you to think twice about anything?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, go around the corner there and sign out. All right, so come on in here. You satisfied how this has worked out finally now?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Well, you look a little like...
I was nervous, but, fair is fair. We did put out a lot of money towards each other, but, it's equal.
What have you learned from this whole thing?
Never to take advice from friends that he was a good guy. People are good guys, and let him move in.
Oh, your friends told you
Yes.
to let him move in? It wasn't your decision?
Well, they said he was a good guy and to, take their advice and help
All right.
him out.
Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, when you move in with somebody, it is so important that you have to establish the ground rules. Who owns what going into the relationship, so you can, in case it doesn't work out, you know how things get divided up. It is simply the grown-up thing to do. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.